Hello students and welcome back. We are going to take a few minutes today and review some basic information about using Canvas. Canvas is our learning management system where most of your courses are going to house at least some of their information. If you're enrolled in a hybrid course, a Zoom to home course, or a fully online asynchronous course, you are going to find that almost all of your course content is located in Canvas. If you are in a face-to-face or video broadcast course, your instructor still may have information in Canvas, but may also have paper information that is handed out in your classroom. So let's get started. We're on the Southside homepage at southside.edu, and we're going to log in by clicking on My SVCC. Remember your username and password. And if you have not familiarized yourself with that, please go back and watch the My SVCC quick information video that is also on this webpage. When you click sign in, you are taken to the portal and you're going to want to click on the Canvas tile. And it will load. Okay, so once in Canvas, your ribbon over here on the far left is actually going to be red. Mine will be as soon as I enter a course. So let me see, let's do this one. Okay, so now that I'm in a Southside course, this is what we're going to see. You won't have as many buttons as I do, but you'll have most of them. The first thing you're going to want to do is go to Account, and you're going to want to go to Settings. When you are in Settings, you want to make sure that Google Drive is under Registered Services and not listed under Other Services. If you find Google Drive over here on the right under Other Services, then you're going to want to click on it until it moves here to the left. That way, whether you need to share a Google document with your teacher for an assignment, or whether your teacher needs to share a document with you, you can access that document through your Canvas course. You may also want to go to Notifications and tell Canvas how you want to be communicated with. Notice that I have 3 columns. While I have my cell phone added to Canvas because that was done 2 years ago, most of the notification options for your cell phone you can see have been eliminated. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to set your email notifications, and then you're going to want to download the free Canvas student app onto your mobile phone. The Canvas app is free on both iOS and Android devices and is very easy to use. By having it on your phone, it's going to give you a backup device in case you have internet connection issues or in case your computer fails. Your notifications for your phone then through the student app are going to be under push notification. So let's go over the notification options very quickly. For email, notice that you have 4 options. The check mark, which means notify me immediately. The clock, which means send me information at the end of every day, which is about 7 p.m. our time. The calendar, which is send me information at the end of every week, which is Saturday night, somewhere between 7 and 9 p.m. Or the X, which means never notify me at all. Keep in mind that if you X all of these notifications, you could miss important information from your instructor. So please pay attention to the important things that you need to have checked. Also notice that your push notification only has the immediately or never options. So choose carefully what you want a push notification for. Under course activities, you are going to want an immediate notification of some kind as a student. Because I'm an instructor, I don't need that, of due date changes. For instance, let's say that it is January and we suddenly have a blizzard and we miss 3 or 4 days of school and there are a lot of conveniences closed down so that students can't get other places to get better internet if they need it. Your teacher may decide to move a due date by days or even weeks, and you'll want to know that so that you're not struggling to try to get something done when you have extra time to do it. You may or may not want to know if the grading policy on any particular assignment has changed, if course content has been added, if files have been added, but you are definitely going to want to know if your instructor posts an announcement. because announcements are usually used to give you important information, either about changes to the course or about how the course is going for the class in general, and feedback to help you improve. You may choose to check grading. This will have Canvas notify you every time one of your submitted assignments is graded. It's not required for you to check this. This is only if you want to know instantly every time something is graded. You will want to check invitation, because every time you're added to a new course, until you accept the invitation to join the course, you actually cannot interact with any of the material. Down under discussions, you are going to want to get a notification about both discussion and discussion post, because one of them indicates that your teacher has posted a new discussion that may require your response. And a discussion post means that someone has either responded to you or has added information to the discussion already in progress. Finally, you are going to want to check added to conversation and conversation message. Added to conversation means that a teacher or student has added you to a message already in progress. And conversation message means that a new message has been initiated in which you are one or the only recipient. So please be sure that those are checked. There are other options here that may apply to you, including scheduling if your teacher is using Canvas to schedule open office appointments or other specific appointments with counseling or advisor status. But once you have all of those checked, there is no place to save. Your check is enough. The next thing you may want to do before leaving your account is to go to your profile. Your profile allows you to click this pencil icon and put a photo of yourself in the little box so that you can show your face and your smiling, happy countenance to your instructors and to your peers. It is not required, but it is suggested because it does help teachers get to know you in online classes and also personalizes your profile. You can add any contact information or biography information that you wish simply by clicking the 3 dots over here to the right and choosing Edit Profile. Now, let's look at your dashboard. The dashboard, which is, my ribbon is blue again because I left my course. Your dashboard is where all of your courses live. When you first log into Canvas, they're all going to be here in the form of these colored tiles. Some of the tiles may be a solid color. Some of them may be a picture with a color overlay. You can change any of the colors that you don't like by clicking on the 3 dots and choosing either one of the predetermined colors, or if you know a hex color that you particularly like, you can enter the number down here and hit apply. You can also move any of your course tiles around using this, or you can unfavorite. Unfavorite means that you no longer want it to show up on your dashboard. You want to move it to your courses list where you don't have to look at it on a daily basis. If there are discussions or announcements posted, you may see little numbers down here at the bottom of your card. When you click on a particular course, it's going to take you to something that looks something similar to this. I'm going to go into Student View so you can see more of what you will see as a student when you log in. Notice that the navigation list is fairly short for students because we want to make sure that you aren't clicking anywhere that there's nothing for you to do. So you will have a button for Home, and this is the home page where you'll find information about how to contact your teacher, and you'll find links to the Start Here module, your syllabus, and your modules, as well as additional resources about Canvas. Announcements will be where announcements are posted from your instructor. The syllabus page, which may look like this or may look different depending upon the semester, but where your instructor should post the syllabus, which should be one of the first things that you review when you enter the course. Modules is where all of your course content should reside. Notice that there will be a Start Here module, and yes, I have a whole bunch of extra stuff. And then you should have modules labeled by week, by unit, by chapter, or some other labeling method that has all of the content that you need to do listed in it. You shouldn't have to exit modules to take a quiz, to do a discussion, or to submit an assignment. All of your information should be listed here. There is one caveat to that, and that is the fact that some of you may be enrolled in courses where a lot of the course content is housed in a publisher's website. There may be a link either in the Start Here module or in one of the content modules that takes you out of Canvas and into the publisher's website. If that is the case, then not everything you need to do may be listed here. Some of it may be listed there. There is grades, and as a student, what you're going to see is a list of your assignments, when they are due, if in fact your instructor has put a due date on them, whether you have submitted them or not, and your score out of a possible number. In order to see information about your grade, you're going to want to come back after the item has been graded and click on the name of the assignment. If your teacher has given you comments, they'll be over here on the right-hand side. And if there is a rubric that was used to grade your paper or your assignment that you need to view the rubric to see where points were deducted, there will be a blue link up here at the top right that says View Rubric, and you'll be able to click that and open the rubric to see how many points you got for each element of the rubric that was used to score you. Finally, in your list, you're going to have Brainfuse tutoring. Because I'm in student view, it actually will not load, so I will leave student view so that you can see. It's going to ask if I want to launch Brainfuse. If you were not viewing the My SVCC tutorial on this page, you may not know that Brainfuse is the free tutoring service that is offered to you 24/7, 365 days a year. This is where you can go to get help after hours, on weekends and holidays if you are having problems with a class or just problems with a specific assignment. Please don't hesitate to use the tutoring service. We pay for it as a service to you, our students, to guarantee your success in your courses. You should not feel bad about using the service because tutoring services exist because hundreds of thousands of students all across the country need them every single day. So this is my dashboard because I'm a faculty member, but as a student, you'll see the options to choose live help with a tutor and to choose your subject, to go to tutor match, which is to try to make an appointment with a Southside tutor during regular business hours, or to go to the writing lab. And the writing lab is where you can submit a paper to be reviewed offline by a tutor, and then you will have the paper returned to you through the Brainfuse portal for you to see the comments that were given. Please keep in mind that the Brainfuse tutors, when they are working on a paper, generally take anywhere from 12 to 24 hours to review the paper that you submit, and then you need to give yourself time to make all the edits that they suggest. So my suggestion is that you submit a paper to Brainfuse not less than 2 to 3 days before it is actually due to make sure that you have time to get it returned to you and then to make the corrections. Also on your dashboard, you'll notice over here on the right, you have a to-do list. Now your to-do list is not going to have numbers like mine does because you are not an instructor who has things to grade. But you will have things that are due in the current week listed under your to-do list. If you click on it, it will take you to that particular item for you to submit. If you X the item out, it will disappear from your to-do list. But please don't do this because if you do, it's not going to reappear. So either leave it there until you submit or only click on it when you are ready to submit your assignment. Down below that, you'll see coming up for the week following the week you are currently in, anything with due dates in your courses. Over here in your left navigation menu again, you're going to see your courses list. And this is all of the courses that you have been enrolled in at Southside, but which you may not be currently using. Some of your old courses may still be on your dashboard, and you can choose to unfavorite them and move them to this list so that you don't have to look at them anymore. If you need to go back and reference an old course for some reason, you can scroll down here to all courses, and it will take you to a list of courses that you have available to you. The calendar is another important feature here in Canvas. When you look at the Canvas calendar, assuming it ever loads, there we go, you'll notice that your courses are over here on the right side, and they each have a color associated with them that is the same as the color that you have chosen for the card on your dashboard. If I go back a week here, oh, I don't have the right one checked. Hold on a second. There we go. So by checking this box, now here is my government course and all of the things that are due that were due in September of 2020. Notice that as things pass by, Canvas X's them off. They will also cross them off of your calendar once you submit. Until you submit, notice that they look like this. The inbox is how you can communicate with your teachers when you need to talk to them in the course without going to your Gmail. So if you wanted to send an email to your teachers, you would click on the pencil and you would select a course that you wanted to communicate with people in. So I might choose this particular course, and then I need to choose who to send it to. I click on the notebook, and in here, usually you'll have both teachers and students. You can choose teachers and choose one of the teachers from the course, or if you're trying to send it to a fellow student, you can click on students and select the correct student from the list. Put in a subject and type away. If you're sending something to your instructor, you can attach something to your message, but note that it has to be text-based. You cannot send any video or any image through this attachment. If you want to record a video of yourself to send to your teacher, if you're in Chrome or Firefox, you should be able to use this record button down here at the bottom and record yourself doing a very short message that you can then send. Keep in mind that this record button is intended to be a short recording and not a very long assignment. If you are going to be recording something long, I'll show you where to do that in just a minute. Then you hit send when you're finished. Notice that up here you can sort your inbox by all of your courses, a certain course, concluded courses that you are no longer active in, and you can also go by your inbox, by what is unread, messages you've starred, messages you've sent, and submission comments, meaning that any place you or your instructor have commented on something that you have turned in, you can look at those submission comments here in the inbox. Notice also that you have a link to something called Studio. Studio is Canvas's video repository and is a very special addition to our Canvas toolbox that we have for you. If you need to make a video for a class, you can go up here to record and choose either screen capture, meaning capturing whatever is on the screen of your computer, or webcam capture and just get your face. If you choose screen capture, what you're going to get here in a second is this black and white checked box that is going to go around your picture to encompass what it is going to be able to record on your screen. You can make that box bigger or smaller by hovering over these arrows in the corner and dragging in or out. You'll also notice down here at the bottom, if you've chosen to record your screen, you can make the decision to record both yourself and your screen, and suddenly a little image of you will appear at the bottom. Make sure that you know what size you need to record if your teacher has specified, and as you're talking, make sure that the green arrows are going across to indicate that your audio is working. When you're ready, you can hit record down here at the bottom. When you are finished, you can hit stop or done, and the video will upload into your Canvas instance. So I'm going to cancel and go back to Studio. And what you're going to see is that the video will upload something like this. You can then click on these three dots, and if you need to send this to a teacher, you can either click on Share Media and get a link, or in your submissions in Canvas, you can choose Studio Video as your submission type, and it will allow you to choose from any of the media recorded in your video library. Finally, I want to point out the Help button down here at the bottom of your screen, because if you are stuck and don't know how to do something in Canvas, we recommend that you search the Canvas guides. When you click on the Canvas guides, what you're going to get is first, if it ever loads again, the opportunity to choose Canvas if that's what you're having a problem with, or notice that there is also an option for Studio if you're trying to record a video and don't remember what to do. If you click on Canvas, now you actually have the option for the student guide. And let's say that I don't know how to submit an assignment. If I click on assignments, I can go down the list of possible pages of help and say, what do I want to, how do I submit an online assignment? That's what I need to know. And when I click, what I get is a step-by-step process to submit an assignment, complete with screenshots to show me where to click on my screen to go all the way through the process of submission. Okay? These are really super helpful, so please don't hesitate to use them. Also, notice that you can ask your instructor a question. Instead of going to the inbox, you can click here, choose your course, and send the question to your instructor, and they'll receive it in their Canvas inbox. If you're doing research and need help, you can click on Ask a Librarian. During our normal business hours, you'll get the Southside librarians, but on weekends or holidays, you will get help from the Northern Virginia Community College librarians when that library has its extended hours. You won't have all of these other things, but what you will have is the Canvas support hotline for students and chat with Canvas support for students. Just like Brainfuse tutoring, we pay for you to have access to help 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. So if you are struggling at night, on a holiday, or over the weekend, please do not wait till the next regular business day to get help, especially if that means that you're going to be behind or you're going to be late turning in an assignment. You can call this toll-free number 24/7 and talk to someone, and they will actually help you by logging into your course and walking with you through the process. Similarly, you can ask a question through the chat, and though they won't be logging into your course in quite the same way, the people on the chat will be able to answer your questions and send you links that will help you get to where you need to go. That is the basics of how to start in Canvas. The last thing that I want to mention is that when you are submitting an assignment, and I'm going to try to do something here. Let's go to Student View and go to Modules, and I am going to look for something that I can submit here. There we go. If I click here on this assignment, notice that the Submit Assignment button appears at the top. If I click Submit Assignment, it's going to give me the option for a text entry to type my answer in here, because that's what my teacher has allowed. There may also be a place to upload an assignment, a place to link a Google document, or as I mentioned earlier, a place to link a studio video. If I go back to Modules and I find a discussion, let's see where we got one of those. There we go. After I read the discussion and I'm prepared to answer, I'm just going to click Reply, and that's going to give me a box to type in so that I can answer the question posed by the discussion. Notice that in both the assignment and the discussion, you do have a rich content editor to be able to use bold and italics and underline to change font color, highlight color, etc. So please don't hesitate to use whatever tools you need to be able to answer correctly. That ends our training for Canvas Basics. I hope that this has been helpful. Again, if you should need help during regular business hours, we encourage you to either email helpdesk@southside.edu, and that help request will be routed to someone who is knowledgeable in your area, or you can call 949-1010, that's 434-949-1010, during our business hours of 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., and someone will answer your call if at all possible. Thank you so much for your attention, and I hope that you really enjoy your experience with Canvas.